Let's study physics together. As you watched the previous video about Maxwell's first equation, in this video we are going to study the second equation. And I have given a numerical problem in the last video. If you have found the answer, match the answer and stay with the video to find the final answer. Now let's see the Maxwell's second equation, also known as Gauss law of magnetism. These are two statements where divergence of B is equal to 0 or magnetic flux through a closed surface is equal to 0. What does that mean? The divergence of the magnetic field equals to 0 indicate that magnetic field lines always form closed loops. Yeah, you heard right, closed loops. Unlike electric field lines, there are no magnetic monopoles exist in nature. How? We are going to see in the next slide. We have two cases here. In the first case, we have taken North Pole, and these lines indicate the magnetic flux coming out from the North Pole. And here we have taken a closed surface. But this situation physically represents magnetic field through a closed surface isn't equal to 0. But we have studied just now, magnetic field through a closed surface is equal to 0. How it will happen? In the second case, we have considered a magnet with south and north pole. Here, the magnetic field lines are going through north pole and entering to the south pole. Same happens in this case. Now, it's clear the magnetic field lines are forming loops, closed loops. Now you understood how magnetic field lines form closed loops and why monopoles don't exist. So Gauss law of magnetism tells us why magnetic fields form closed loops and why monopoles don't exist. And the real life example of this law are MRI scanners. These are the best example of using strong magnetic fields for imaging. This law makes sure that magnetic field lines loop continuously through the patient's body and the machine keeping the flux contained and stable. I hope you understood this concept very clear. And now here is the problem. This problem gave us a magnetic field, and by using the statement of Gauss law, you have to find the value of lambda. And I hope you will solve this by yourself if you got the concept. Now, let's move to the answer, to the previous problem. This is the answer. The previous question was, we have to find the electric flux at point S in this closed surface. And if you remember what was the first Maxwell equation and you have applied it correctly, you found this answer. I hope this video helped you to understand the Gauss second law or the Maxwell second equation, and you can apply these two equations till now to solve your problems. Here, one more thing I want to say. I know after NEET tragedy, students are hopeless, and I am against this type of broken system, although I also exit through the same system. But education should be for evolution, and we are studying for this purpose.